how exactly do you come up with some of these concepts? Like, is it one of those things where you're in the shower and it's like, oh, I'm gonna make a video about that? Or is it something where you like take a second, sit down, and then you script everything out? Or is it just at random times these ideas just pop up?
It's a little bit of both, man. I mean, yeah, sometimes I'll get some really good ideas in the shower. If I'm driving to work, I'll get a lot of good ideas. But a lot of times I'm just like kind of going through all the business news that are trending, see what's happening, see what people are talking about. And then if I like a story, and I'll start developing an idea or a script and then kind of just go from there. A lot of it is a very iterative process. So like I'll do a script, see how it is. If I like it, cool. If I don't, I'll rewrite it. So yeah, no, it really sometimes inspiration kind of hits you at different times, and sometimes it's in the shower, sometimes it's like when I'm actually at my computer and like ready to write. So it just depends, man. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, the creative process of like where the ideas come from.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's you never know exactly when like something might happen. I was talking to my sister the other day and she said something. I was like, ooh, that would be a good idea for a video. It was such a small thing that doesn't make any sense, but I also like this about one of the things you did a video where you said if CEOs were like sports stars, and you did a video about that and just like connecting those two things that don't seem to like go together at all. But like just you bringing those two concepts together is something I love whenever anybody does that, of bringing two topics that seem completely unrelated and then putting it together to create something new is just something I love. I love watching.
Yeah, no, me too. I mean, that's not that. I think a lot of people do that with other topics too. It's always really interesting when people are like, if these cryptos were a Starbucks drink, what would they be? Like, I always find that stuff to be super interesting when people can kind of connect those two different kinds of topics. So yeah, I kind of took inspiration from that and did a video about if tech CEOs were NBA stars, and I think people seem to like that a lot.
Yeah, that was a really good video. It was just one of those that was like out of left field, and it was like, wait a minute. Nobody has ever thought of this before. Like, what is that? What is that about? Like, why are we talking about this? But it's pretty funny whenever I start seeing those kind of videos. I saw a video once where somebody like took and was like, if there was as much drama in companies as there was in like with the NBA playoff or NBA trade deadline, whenever like last second trades being made and it's like companies deciding who gets out of the FANG stocks and who remains as part of the FANG and all that kind of stuff. It was like, we want to add Tesla, but it's like, are we really adding Tesla over Netflix? All that kind of stuff. It was like, it's just funny whenever people are bringing those concepts together, and just thinking about those concepts is just interesting to learn. And like I said, I think, like I said, or at the beginning of the video of the podcast, is just your idea of being able to bring out these things and make people more informed about what's happening in the world is something that I really love.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that's kind of how I started off. It's just like a way to like explain these some of these concepts and just kind of, I think my best trait is like being a storyteller. Mm-hmm. And I think the ability to like put my own twist on some of these stories that are happening that are real life stories and just kind of, show them off in a comedic way. I just find it to be super fun.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that little snippet of the Rambling Mind podcast. If you want more of the Rambling Mind podcast, or if you want to listen to the whole episode that you just heard, go check it out on any podcast listening platform, whether that be Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Breaker, Stitcher. I could go on, but you guys already know which podcast you love to use to listen to. So go check it out. Link down in the description as well. I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.